Hola, buenas tardes, me llamo Noah y bienvenido a mi canal de YouTube. That's all I got for now. We just landed in Mexico City for the first time. Well, it's my first time in Mexico City. It's his first time traveling anywhere outside of LA. He did so good on the flight. We had a bit of a hellish travel day yesterday. I can tell you guys about it later. But we finally made it to the city. We're staying in a beautiful apartment. Once again, I'm using the app Kindred, the home exchange app, to rent an apartment here in Mexico. It's a 2-bedroom apartment in a beautiful building. The neighborhood, from what I know, is pretty modern. It's Polanco or Granada, I'm not sure which one it is, but it's super lively. There's a lot of construction happening outside, so I can tell it's growing. But I need to take a shower really bad because I haven't showered in a minute. But first, let me give you a tour of the apartment before we start messing it up. This is what you see when you first enter the apartment. There's a half bath here on the side. And then it's a beautiful open space with a modern kitchen. We're only here for a few days, so I don't think we're gonna cook much, but it has everything we could possibly need. Hi, Munchkin. This is the living room. I'm honestly obsessed with the way it's decorated. I feel like this is exactly how I would want my apartment to look if I lived in Mexico City. Lots of beautiful details, some art pieces and decorations, but it's all super clean and modern. Then this way we have the 2 bedrooms. First, there's this guest bedroom. We're probably just gonna use this for our suitcases and our clothes and everything. But look how cute. The app Kindred also sends all the toiletries, towels, and things that we would need so that we don't need to use the actual owner's stuff. There's a little working area if we need to do some work. And the primary bedroom. Once again, it's beautiful. There's so much light coming in. And there's a full closet here that we could also use. It's all emptied out by the owners so that we could put our stuff. And then the primary bathroom. Okay, let me go shower. Feeling so much better after a nice shower. We took an Uber and we're now in the neighborhood of Juarez. I know nothing about this city, and to be honest, I didn't plan anything, so I'm gonna be discovering at the same time as I'm telling you guys about it. Right now we just sat at a brunch spot called Juana, and we're gonna grab some food, and then we'll walk around the neighborhood, do some sightseeing, and figure out what we're gonna do for the next couple of days. We have a turkey sandwich, a steak sandwich, an avocado toast, some orange juice. Wow, she's juicy. Crash, you want coffee? Uh-oh, we have stumbled upon a dog park. You wanna go play? You don't wanna go play with other dogs? Come on. The party is just about to begin. We're still walking around. Right now we're gonna go to the Amsterdam Avenue. It's so pretty here. There's trees everywhere, greenery, pets. It's really quiet. All right, we just spent some time tiring the dogs out in the park. It was really cute. It was so lively. There were a lot of people skateboarding and talking and drinking. I let Crash loose. We threw the ball. We had little wooden sticks. It was really, really nice. Now they're underneath the bar and they're both sleeping, which means we can have some freedom. We're having a little drink at a bar right now, and we're figuring out where we're gonna go for dinner. I think we're gonna go to Taberna, which is a Mediterranean spot. It's not too far. We probably can walk there. The night is young. Okay, we're not going to the Mediterranean spot. We're gonna go to a seafood place because it's walkable distance, and we had a couple shots, and I think we're feeling them a little bit. But yeah, we walk in. Wow. Okay, we have made it back home after a fantastic dinner. We were able to get a last-minute table at Campo Baja, which is a seafood Michelin star restaurant. Everything we ordered was incredible. We ordered so much. I started with a pepino margarita, and then we had a ceviche, some yellowtail sashimi, some grilled shrimps that were huge and so tasty. But what really stole the show were some tataki tuna tostadas. It was the perfect fusion of Japanese and Mexican food. It was a tiny bit spicy, and even though I don't usually like spicy food, it was so tasty and so delicious that I didn't care. The ambiance of the restaurant is incredible. It was so lively. We talked to a couple of people at the tables around. People were celebrating, people were having fun. It really is making me fall in love with Mexico City. And I know I say that every time I do a travel vlog. And I do fall in love with places really easily, but I've spent less than 24 hours here and I already see the appeal. Everything is indoor, outdoor. There is so much greenery everywhere. It's like nature is a part of the city already. Dogs everywhere. People are so nice and so friendly with dogs. I was so nervous that Crash wouldn't be able to go into restaurants and cafes. No one cares. There's parks everywhere. You can walk, you can bike. The food has been incredible. I really like it. The entire meal, both our dogs were dead asleep under the table because we've been up since 2 a.m. this morning and we've made them walk all day and we went to the dog park. So they're spent. Right now they're both asleep, but they were sleeping the entire dinner. So right now we just came to drop them off and change into something a little bit warmer. And then we're gonna head back out because it's Friday night and we're only here for a few days. So we're gonna have to test out the nightlife. Alright, bit of a rough morning. I just found out that my family dog passed away this morning. The way they feel it is crazy. Her name was Nikita. She was pretty old and we knew that she was gonna go soon. And it's the natural order of things, but it doesn't make it less painful, unfortunately. So yeah, just taking it easy this morning. I'm gonna let myself feel it a little bit. I'm gonna call my grandma right now because I know she cared about her a lot. And then we have to get ready because we booked an excursion, a visit of the Frida Kahlo museum and house and everything. And I don't want to just be sad at home, so maybe that'll be helpful. But yeah, good morning. Okay, I spoke to my grandma. I just took a shower and I'm walking the dogs outside. It actually feels really good to see a lot of dogs around. Yeah. We'll be good. We're gonna have a good day.
The way he thought about this studio, it was mainly because his dad used to love to paint.
Just made it back home after touring the houses and studios of Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera. It was really, really cool. I'm really grateful we did it with a guide. We booked the experience through Airbnb because the houses and studios are beautiful and it's really cool to see, but there's not really much to see besides the architecture and the rooms and the buildings themselves. So if you don't have a guide to explain the story of the buildings and why they were built and kind of what happened there, I feel like it wouldn't have had as much value. We had a little backstory around the architect Juan and his focus on function over form and why the houses were built like this in such a brutalist and stripped down way in the middle of architecture that is so traditional and European inspired. It was also so interesting to hear about the relationship between Diego and Frida. I low-key feel like both Juan and Diego hated Frida because her house is not it. She has no light. It's so small, and I understand that she was smaller than both of them. Girl, give her some space. Also, she's the only one who had a kitchen because the other two were men and didn't need to cook. Meanwhile, she was disabled. Anyway, but I did learn a lot more about their art and what they did in their lives and the traveling and the impact that they had on Mexican culture. We got to see a part of Diego's collection because he loved to collect art, and a lot of it was related to death. I had a little bit of a moment, of course, in there because our guide was telling us about how Mexican culture perceives death as just an integral part of life and how it's celebrated. I obviously knew about Dia de los Muertos, but just hearing about it today, after what I learned this morning, was special and I think brought me a little bit of relief and solace. So yeah, I was just grateful for that moment. And then after that, we grabbed a bite at a cafe close by and then we just got back home. We're gonna be here for probably an hour and a half. We're gonna walk the dogs, go to a park probably for a minute, and then at 3 p.m. we have a biking taco tour. I'm really excited for it. I'm never gonna say no to tacos and I love riding bikes and the weather is gorgeous outside today. So I think it's gonna be a great way to discover the city. It's gonna be a group of us and we go basically from taco stand to taco stand, biking around the city and stopping around, and I'm just excited. I feel like when I travel, I never really book experiences. I kind of just raw dog it and figure it out. But Mexico City has so much to offer that with such a short trip, I didn't wanna just show up and miss out on a lot of things and leave feeling like I haven't learned anything about the city or experienced it in a way. So yeah, I'm grateful that we're doing all these experiences and this afternoon should be fun. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to vlog because I'm gonna be on a bike, but we shall see. Good morning. Today is day 3 and it's Sunday morning. I didn't end up vlogging much yesterday, but the biking and taco tour was so much fun. It was the perfect weather to be biking around. Our group was so much fun, and the taco spots that we hit were all incredible. We hit 4 very unique and very different taco spots. The first one was this street vendor that was held by the same family for the past 40 years. They specialize in barbacoa, which is barbecue. The meat was lamb. It was delicious. They only do it on Saturdays and Sunday, and I'm so happy we got that one, especially first. The second spot was a Michelin star restaurant, and we had a plant-based taco. I think it was mushroom. The third spot, it was probably my favorite, was an Asian fusion spot. We tried one taco. It was the Cantonese one. It was the most incredible taco I've ever had in my life. It was very like non-traditional. I think it was a flour tortilla that was toasted or grilled a little bit, pork belly, some cucumber, some seaweed. It was so good. I would 100% go back. And then the last spot was more of a traditional taco spot, and we had pork tacos. It was all you can eat because it was the end of the tour. We had some mezcal and some beers with the rest of our group. It was really cute. And then we biked back, spent some time with the dogs. We even went to a skate park and it was really cute. And then we took some time at home to chill and figure out if we wanted to go out or not, because it was Saturday night and the nightlife here is very active, but I didn't end up really feeling up for it. So we just went to bed kind of early. We have a pretty busy day today, but I am still fighting my emotions a little bit. My parents and my brother have been sending me really cute videos of our dog Nikita, and they're grieving and they're together, and it feels kind of hard to be far away. And I honestly don't mind being sad because I think it's natural and I have to let myself feel the emotions, but I just feel bad moping while I'm on vacation or traveling because I could be spending time exploring and meeting people and trying new foods, and I also don't want to ruin the trip for the people I'm on vacation with. So yeah, I'm trying to walk it off a little bit and see that make me feel better so that I can start the day fresh and still enjoy it. We just finished a tour of Frida Kahlo's house, the Blue House. It was so nice to have the tour guide explain everything to us. It was also so interesting to hear the similarities and differences in the stories that we heard about them.
Say no sugar.
Sin azúcar.
Sugar, and I was like, oh shoot.
I tasted this and we were like, how is it so sweet? It was such a nice tour. The house is incredible. There's so much to see. And now we just walked across the street or a couple blocks down to the Coyoacan market. It's a huge market. There's a lot of art, artifacts. There's food, there's drinks. I just grabbed an agua de coco y piña. It's really yummy. And yeah, we're probably just gonna walk around before we have to head back home to pick up the pups and head to lunch. Good morning. It is 5 a.m. and I just woke up. I'm not a huge fan of waking up this early, but it's gonna be worth it. This morning we're going on a hot air balloon ride. I am so excited. I've been on a hot air balloon once in Myanmar, and that was back in 2017, 8 years ago. And to this day, it's probably one of my favorite travel memories ever. I got so emotional. It was so beautiful. I'm pretty sure I vlogged it on YouTube actually, and I'm so excited to do it again. So right now, I'm making sure that Crash has pooped, peed, and gotten his energy out because he's gonna be alone for a couple of hours while we do that. But I'm so excited.
Thank you so much.
We just finished the balloon ride over the temples, and now we're climbing on the moon god pyramid. I think the view is gonna be incredible. Oh my god.
Imagen Quetzal. El Quetzal.
Oh, you can do it now.
Okay, we might have overbooked it a little bit today because we just got back from the pyramids and we have to leave pretty much right now to go to another tour that we booked. I think this one is like a boat ride and we get to hear about a specific neighborhood and pre-Hispanic culture. There's a mezcal and tequila tasting. We haven't eaten yet today. And I think there's gonna be food at some point. I'm crashing a little bit. The ride back from the pyramids was about an hour and I slept the entire time. And right now we're, I think 35 or 45 minutes away. So I'm about to take another nap. Since we didn't have time to walk the dogs and tire them out and make sure that they're not staying home all day, we just ordered a walk on an app called Petbacker. It's basically the equivalent to Wag and Rover here in Mexico. And the booking process was super easy. They just called to get all the instructions and everything. So I hope it goes smoothly.
Yeah, what about the street? In order to, there was a legend. I don't know if, in order to, you know, okay.
Absolutely not. I'm so scared. I'm sorry. That is messed up. Not their meal. Walking around in the enclosure. Does she know? Test 1 2 1 2. We just finished our boat ride. The tequila tasting was a lot stronger than I thought. And it started raining a lot, but it was a lot of fun. We saw some Oxo, the lady who was doing our guiding was really nice and very interesting. And we took a lot of shots. I don't know how many shots. How many shots did we take? 7. I want to say between 5 and 15. Our car is here. We made friends with people in our group and I think we're gonna go to dinner with them. More to come. The car is here. Okay, he's running away, but I still have the mic. What the hell is this man doing? You guys, I'm way too drunk. I did not expect to leave this tour drunk. We already showed up late. I feel so bad. They had to wait for us for like 35 minutes because we were late because of the balloon thingy. But they were super nice and we took a lot of mezcal shots and then tequila shots and all the things. And then we learned a lot about the region and yeah, it was really nice. Oh, tonight's our last night, by the way. So we have a nice dinner plan. Let's go, guys. Allons-y, let's go. C'est parti, les amis. Je sais qu'on peut y arriver. Hola, ¿cómo está? Para Noah? Muchas gracias. It smells like dog. We're about to see our puppies after they had their delicious walk. Oh, by the way, the walker sent us so many updates about the dogs. And he said that they were really, really nice. And that they were giving him kisses and everything. So they had a good day. I need to go. Love you. Goodbye. We didn't eat much today. All we had was 3 tamales. So I'm still hungry. When I hear the crunch, 1 second. Listen. I look so French. We're going to dinner with our new friends. We got out of the car so we can walk because there's so much traffic that we can't even get to our destination.
What did you just say?
Okay.
What was that?
We have to close. Are you?
And just like that. What's up, Munchkin? What's up? And just like that, we're back home in gloomy Los Angeles. Crash did so good on the plane. I'm so proud of him. It was my first time flying with him and I was a little bit nervous because he's still a puppy and he's still kind of hectic. But the vet did prescribe some trazodone, which is a puppy anxiety medicine, so that he would feel calmer and not be scared on the plane. But yeah, he did incredible. No accidents, no crying, no barking. He was perfect. It was also kind of a test run because I'm hoping that I can bring him to Paris with me this summer so that he can meet my family and my friends and see where I grew up. So yeah, this trip made me very confident that he would be fine, even though we flew from Tijuana to Mexico City and back instead of directly from LA. So the flight was only 3.5 hours, which is still a lot less than what Paris is going to be because it's like 11 or 12 hours directly from LA. So it was a baby test run, but still, it was a good first step. We flew into Tijuana and then crossed the border to San Diego. And I was really excited to be in San Diego because my favorite restaurant is there. It's called Medina and it's a Mexican and Moroccan fusion restaurant. They do a bunch of Mexican dishes like tacos, bowls, etc. but with North African elements and ingredients like merguez, my favorite lamb sausage. And every time I go to San Diego, I'm really excited to go because the food is incredible. The people are so nice. It's stunning. It's like such a cute little restaurant. It closed. Like permanently. When I got to my car, the first thing I did was go on Google Maps to get the directions to go, and it's gone. I checked their Instagram and apparently they closed last November. I'm not sure why, but I'm heartbroken because it's so hard to find good North African food in California or in the US in general. That was really a gem. But that is about it for this little vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed coming to Mexico City for the first time with us. I had the best time. I'm so happy I got to travel with Crash and let him see a little bit of the world. And I'm really excited for the next few trips. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you very soon for a new video. Bye!